Hello, everybody. I'll probably retell this story in a second, but like a child and a fool and an idiot, I just pissed 24 hours away, being heavily addicted to Stellaris and playing a 4X grand strategy game, which was a terrible thing to do. So I mean, honestly, it was so stupid. So the mount video isn't up yet, and I have no good reason. I just got addicted to another game and played it all night. It's pathetic. To the point that I've managed to scratch out a few hours sleep now before the stream, and I was sleeping during the day waiting for a delivery to arrive, which is never nice because if I miss it, then I'm gonna have to go to the depot. Blah blah blah. Anyway, yeah. So I'll take a second or two to wake up a bit. But yeah, that's what's been going on in my life. Oh, I did play Fractals and played badly in them. But, I mean, we managed to get through, but yeah. Anyway, that was it. No, I'm not purging all the Xenos. I'm xenophilic, not xenophobic. I'm xenophilic. And there's an end game crisis coming. There's some extra galactic threat attacking me. Anyway, this is the worst time in the world for me to get addicted to another game. What's wrong with me? Anyway, God. I will see you guys in a moment. Go get coffee. It'll be fun. I'm actually really excited about the stream because we've got some fun stuff coming up. And I want to do what we talked about yesterday, including lots of bounties. So there'll be lots of Zerg stuff. I'm thinking NA just because I can't be bothered to swap region again. But we can have squads on EU. Anyway, all of this I'm going to say again literally in a couple of seconds. So I don't know why I'm here. It's probably the sleepy delirium. I'll see you guys in a bit. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, somebody just said, "Oh, when does WP say hello?" Yeah, I say hello to what is it? I say hello to the masses now. Well, this isn't even the masses really, but I say hello to the early birds. If you come to the stream super early and you're like on time right at the start of the stream, I sort of decided a couple of days ago I wanted to send little messages to people at the start. I think it's a nice way to open up, and it's also an extra reward for Wooden Potatoes 2, and makes those videos on Wooden Potatoes 2 a bit more gratifying to click and maybe. So I don't know. I'm trying that out a little bit, and yeah, I talk to people. I just noticed in guild chat here, some people like idly sarcastically remarking that the devs don't skill split enough. They said, "Oh yeah, it's a good thing the devs always skill split." And I guess I'll just latch onto that because it got me thinking as I was making my coffee here as a discussion point. It's not necessarily wrong for the devs to be conservative about skill splitting, because you got to consider that, like, the more they embrace skill splitting, the steeper learning curve the game gets, and the higher barrier to entry there is in World versus World and PvP. And there are limits, right? Like, I'm personally of the opinion they should never dramatically change the flavor of something just for the sake of a skill split. Sorry, the game ducking's being really weird right now. Like Dragon Hunter F3 should not be completely different. Or more. Let's give a real example. All these horrendous passive traits that proc all this shit and is just like completely unintelligent, brain dead gameplay. That weighs PvP down, in my opinion. It majorly weighs PvP down. But I wouldn't want to see that all those traits and things just be completely different in PvP than they are in PvE. Because I actually think they're quite fun traits in PvE. And even World versus World to an extent. Because World versus World to me is not supposed to be competitive. Not on the small scale, not on the large scale. But that's a whole other world of discussion. So anyway, they're not necessarily wrong to be conservative about using that system. What I actually think it comes down to, though, is just logistics. And the system becoming more unwieldy to update and balance and understand on their end, because now when they're doing balance, they don't have this unit. You know, I talked a lot yesterday about Discord, and as games grow, there's less unity and stuff. And you know that would be true in the skill system as well. For every split that they do, they have to kind of remember, okay, the split exists, and they have to think of both capacities of the skill. And you'll notice, as much as they split, they try to reunify. And I actually think it's more of a it's not about the game anymore. It's about the company, and it's about logistics of implementing stuff. So like, we can think of another thing. What do you think of this, Twitch chat? Are we in sub mode or anything? Let me check. No, I've just not been looking at chat. What do you think of this, Twitch chat? Imagine if they had a balanced team for every game mode. And I mean every game mode. Imagine they had, let's just say, you know, they've released mount skins. They got a cash cow now, and they're you know, they're not in gaming for the money. They're in it for making a good game. So they've reinvested it entirely into new talent. It's all magically, they're all Guild Wars nerds, and they all have like the correct degrees and stuff. So they don't even need that much training to understand the balance of Guild Wars 2, right? Because they're all pro PvPers and pro raiders and stuff. And now they have a balanced team for raiding, a dedicated balanced team for raiding. They have a dedicated balanced team for open world and early leveling. They have a dedicated balanced team for fractals. They have a dedicated balanced team for PvP. They have a dedicated balanced team for fucking Stronghold. They have a dedicated balanced team for World versus World. Every single area of the game is now getting balance updates that are perfect for it. Perfect for it. And I'm not saying they'd have to split Stronghold balance and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, let's just imagine this utopian idea on our end. Or wouldn't that be great? I mean, it would be great, right? It would be awesome. But think about it on their end. Even if we've culled away all the logistic issues of getting all the people trained up and stuff, how unwieldy and difficult, and we cut away the idea that people need to be paid, how unwieldy and difficult is it going to be for those teams to communicate in tandem with the development of new elite specializations and just like knowing what they're all doing all the time? The amount of meetings where they have to all sit in a room together and describe everything they've done and why they've done it on potentially influx ideas and stuff. It's like, it doesn't work, right? It just doesn't. I mean, maybe it does, but I mean, it's a long road to get to that point of efficiency, I feel. I think that as far as I'm concerned, the products I most enjoy are products with very strong visions. And the more autonomy you give different groups, the more risk there is involved, and the more bureaucracy becomes involved, and the more truncated development processes become. And what we are essentially saying, the whole skill split thing is talking about embracing that. And I don't know, I'm very cynical of that, generally speaking. You know, there's this idea of, let's get away from home for a bit, right? Let's just talk about a different company. Like, there's this whole thing about Valve. Now, I don't know shit. Let's face it, I don't know shit, right? I've never worked in game development. But, like, if you look at Valve has this thing where it's like, oh, we won't have any leaders. Nobody's in charge. Yeah, we're all, you know, this utopian... You go to work, you know, it's like fucking Star Trek. You go to work because it's fun to work, not because you need to work. You go because it's fun, and the projects you do are what you find fun, and hopefully fun things come out of that, right? Like, no one will push you into doing anything. We're Valve, we have infinite money, go do what you like. And what's the result of that? The Dota card game. The, what did they officially announce that Half-Life 3 is not a thing? You know, the complete lack of development in all areas that the fans really cared about, right? That's the result of that. I mean, I do have respect for Valve, though, because I think they've embraced VR in a way that most companies don't have the balls to. And I think probably a lot of the stagnation you've seen on Valve's front is because of VR-based projects and stuff, which other people don't really have enough faith in or whatever. And we just don't get to see it from the front. But still, anyway... So yeah, I mean, someone mentioned that in guild chat, and it got me thinking as I was making my coffee. And I thought it was an interesting discussion to have with you guys. What do you think the perfect level is? So, you know, to bring it back to guild chat, when I see people being sarcastic about it, you know, I get angry about it. I do, and I'm upset. And, you know, I want the Guild Wars 2 utopia. But you got to understand, you know, real world, there's actual things to think about. To be fair, there's no point working in Half-Life 3, even if it was the best thing ever. It still wouldn't meet the absurd expectation it's built up. Actually, so here, I have a different... people say that a lot, Zekar, and I know what you mean, and I agree with your stance at its core. But I also do wonder, is it not okay to just do a good game, even if it doesn't hit the kind of cult-following, fan, nerd fever that you find in the deeper areas of the internet? If it's still a good game and an okay game, and some new people have bought it and played it, is that not okay? I mean, I know that the problem is when people start like brigading review sites and stuff deliberately to weigh scores down for petty reasons. Like, what was it GTA did? GTA did it as well recently. Anyway, like that's when there's more of a problem. But I would say a lot of people who play games don't even read reviews of games. They just pick them up, right? I don't know, as brick and mortar becomes less and less of a thing in my life, I don't actually identify with the average consumer so much anymore. Because when you buy online, it's so easy to get access to reviews, and then reviews have more power and blah, 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 blah. B-Boy says, could I get a lieutenant? Yeah, I just made a squad. I saw you were inviting me. Why do you want lieutenant? I kind of want to run these bounties. I know. So B-Boy's been running bounties with Spud, and I haven't really talked to him about much, but I know he's been having a lot of fun. Today, I want to learn bounties, and I want to understand bounties. And so if you want lieutenant to try and take charge, B-Boy, I'd rather take charge today, because I want to get to grips with it and do it at my own pace and have fun with it, sort of learning it from the ground up. I don't want to just follow you as a tag or whatever and zerg around. Yeah, so... Does Matt still play Guild Wars 2? He does. He actually joined Spud 2 the other day. He's got a couple of messages waiting for me. My Discord is actually gross right now. And it is so full of messages. And I've been a bad friend to him for the past little while. I need to respond to people on Discord. I'm really sorry if you've messaged me on Discord. It's just like, you know that thing where there's like a pile of letters and it grows and it grows and it grows. And now it's not a 5-minute job. It's an hour job and blah, blah, blah. I'm looking at that. That's like Discord for me right now. So I need to like properly sit down and do that. Please be like other streamers and put someone on screen that you're NA. Half of all the comments are asking that. All right. Yeah, we're NA today. It doesn't even matter though. You got to understand that for like a year, I put it on the title, and people still ask. People don't have the mental capacity to read to the end of the title. They don't. They'll ask. It's easy to ask and have someone bring you the information than seek it out, even if it's right there in front of you. That is the God's honest truth. Loda says, I haven't been touching bounties yet either, Simon. So yeah, we're going to be doing bounties today, guys. I've never really played them. I don't know much about them. Let me turn the game audio on as well. Oh, sorry. So yeah, bounties. I think it's going to be fun. I also want to do that Junundu event. And yeah, we'll start here on map 1 and we'll go from there. We hosted tea time yesterday, and they kind of immediately jumped into what is, in my opinion, and I mean, this is no criticism of the podcast. Because conversation goes where conversation goes. It depends how tightly Teapot wants to mediate it, I suppose, or whatever. But they immediately jumped into what is, in my opinion, a fairly silly discussion about the fact that these bounties take longer with large groups than with really good 5-man teams. And to me, that's no different to champ training. There's no different to anything in open world ever. There's nothing... And there has been a measure of toxicity that's come into Guild Wars 2 because of that. Like, if you remember the Queensdale champ train days, it was frustrating when someone would kill something early. But those were more accidental early kills, and Queensdale champs and Frostgorge Sound champs and stuff like that were solo killable. So I really see the chance for 5-man crews going around sniping bounties before massive Zergs can, because they do it quicker. I really feel like that's a very low... Yes, there's a chance for it to happen, but it's not really much of a talking point to me. So I'm curious to do more of this. I've been lying on this stream. I have played some bounties. Enough to sort of get a grips with how fast the stuff dies. But not enough to understand all the active effects and have done all the legendaries. In fact, I think I've done one legendary. So, and I think that's more what the discussion was about, legendary. So I'd like to understand it a bit better before I form more of a solid opinion. But yeah. So there's legendary queen here. I think that's a worm and it spawns under us or something. But yeah, kind of want to play that. So there we go. So yeah, now that a few more people are here as well, I'm a pathetic, bad worker, and I'm actually quite embarrassed and ashamed at what I did yesterday. And there's no excuse really, and I'm in my mid-20s, and it's not appropriate anymore. And I don't know why the fuck I did it, because it's only going to be a detriment in the long run. But yesterday, that video I promised you I didn't make, and I had no good reason for not making it. None between these two streams. I took the day off when I wasn't going to take the day off. I don't really take days off. But I took it off and played Stellaris, the grand strategy game, all night. All night, to the point that then I stopped for a very brief moment to play Fractals badly, and then I got snatched a couple of hours sleep, and then here I am. So I'm really sorry to everyone who didn't get that video. It's not right of me to have done that, and I got addicted, and it's terrible and it's stupid, and I should probably not play the game for a while. I just want the I'll finish this campaign and then I'll stop. But it's like that thing with Civ where it's just like one more round, one more round. So, I don't know. Anyway, my sincere apologies to everyone who was at yesterday's stream and expecting the mount video. I mean, it'd be quite easy to lie to you all, but I'm not going to. I was just unprofessional and an idiot. And, yeah. Thanks for all the lovely donations and support. I've just pissed it away by playing a different game. How could you ever have free time when you must make videos? No, it's not that. It's about standing up to obligations you set for yourself, and especially obligations you set to others. That's what it's about. It's not about free time. And also it's about consistency, which is the #1 thing you need on YouTube. And I don't know, I built some good momentum over the release week of Path of Fire, and now I've just pissed it away. If you suck like me, then you'd never get addicted to any games. Listen, man, I really struggle getting addicted to games, and then the day I get addicted to them, I like go overboard, and I'm like the most enthusiastic, passionate, ridiculous, stupid man you'll meet. And that's probably what happened there. I don't know. I read I was reading a Reddit. Did I already tell this story? I think I told this story to my mum. I read a Reddit thread the other day where people were talking about hoarders, right? And they were like, "Oh God, how can these hoarders let their lives get to this point? Look at all this mess." And people were describing like the psychology behind it. Like It's a bit like me with the Discord messages there. It's like, first they realise it's a bit of a mess, but they're too depressed to deal with it. Also, they've got something else going on. And then it gets a bigger mess. And now they're quite ashamed of the mess. And now it's a bigger mess, and they're even more ashamed of it. And now they're not inviting people over. But now it's not like a one-day fix. It's like a week to clean the house. And now it's like even worse. And they're off the deep end. So, outsiders will look at a hoarder and be like, oh my god, how could they have let it get to this state? And it's because that hoarder was probably ashamed of it, or not looking at it, or learned how to put it out of their mind many, many, many months / years ago. And it's got worse, but in their mind, it's like, it's almost binary to them, right? Anyway, so I was reading about this and the psychology of hoarders and stuff. And there was this autistic person that came into the thread. They said, hey, yeah, I've got problems when I smash a glass on the floor near, like, a sofa. And I haven't been able to look at that glass. I've got a real problem with broken glass because of, my psychology. And I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. And he said, I know I have to build up to it, really build up to it. So it's been there about a week. But eventually I will build up to it, and I'll sort it out. And they said, and they used this description, and they said, there's a lot of inertia to my life. There's a lot of inertia to my life. There's a lot of inertia to the things I do. And I'm not an autistic man, but I really identify with that concept of there being a lot of inertia to my life. That is how that all this goes to say, that is why I play Stellaris all night. Bounty is up. Yeah, so what? It doesn't matter. We're not in a rush. I don't have any specific bounties I'll give a shit about doing. Alright, so yeah, there's a bounty underneath. I guess we'll go do that. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna go press F on the bounty, and then we're gonna go down and we're gonna kill it. So Legendary Queen Yaidaxu. She's got tons of health. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, okay, so it doesn't... Alright, so... hunt down Queen Yaidaxu. We got some pretty cool combat music going on. So as a Scourge, can't I just dump 3 shades on it now? Stay at range with my axe, because I'm a power Scourge. Let me just be clear with everyone. So 1 shade, 2 shade, 3 shade, double well, and press the Q. Could I do this? Oh god, we're caught in something. Oh god. So I really want to assess what his abilities are. So I can use the 5 to might generate for all of my friends. I just cancel cast my own thing there. Refresh the shades. So hold on. To maintain shades, do I need to, like, pulse them out more steadily? What's the deal here? So I've got 2 up, but I'm on cooldown. Yeah, I had 3 earlier. I guess I'll put the Q again, and then I'll stand next to it again so that I can proc on the Q. Sorry guys, I'm not really looking at chat right now because I'm trying to... Now, I've already fought this boss before, so I'm not too worried that this is a bit of a shit experience and we've not explained much. I don't know who procced it. But, I need to change my build as well. I don't know how fun this is. Maybe we can run a ranged power Scourge. What do you guys think about that? Should we do that? I've already fought him before, but his active effects were very different before. The CC was, like, abominable last time I fought them. Like, truly insane. Which one's the one that gives might? It's the 5. So the 4 is basically a waste of time. Yeah, I was having a discussion with a friend earlier as well about whether there was a fire field on this, and there's not. Oh, wow. So... Man, so if you have triple shades up, and you're in Sand Shroud, and you die somehow even through the barrier... Shit, I just shaded on myself. You're going to res really quick with Signet of Agony. Because you're going to get 7 pulses on 5 targets, potentially. Or even 15 targets, isn't it? Oh, no. Each one only hits 3 now, doesn't it? Number of targets, 3, yeah. So it's... What is it, max? 12? No. What's 3 times 3? 9. So that wasn't too bad, right? So we'll look at their active effects and the stuff in a second. I was only standing here for a pretty place to start the stream. I wasn't actually... Oh, do you know what I kind of want to run? I'm actually not going to run Scourge at all. I'm going to play on my Ellie. And I'm going to play on my Ellie because I think that the open world Healy build will be really fun here. And I think it will help to sustain people. So we'll do it that way. And I've just... Whatever I was talking about a second ago, I've completely forgotten. So, here we go. Let's see. Now, this character has never even been to the desert. So, this is... Oh, no, it has been to the desert. When did I go to the desert on this character? Oh, mind you, bags and stuff are a mess on this toon. Alright, no, we'll run Scourge. We'll run Scourge. It's the new hot list anyway. I want to run Scourge. We'll unlock another line or something. We'll see what else people are running. Let me have a look at chat. I haven't really talked to you very well today, chat. How's it going, chat? Good day, Potato. How are you doing? I'm doing alright. I've just woken up. Oh, God. What is this? Windows 10. I hate the way it snaps sometimes. There we go. Axe, torch, and pistol on a Scourge. Range Staff Weaver is fun for bounties, WP. Maybe, yeah, that sounds alright. I don't know whether I'm too interested about it. So I'm in a different mega server now. So I guess we can join on this one, or should we go back? I was in combat when I tried to join. So there we go, it's not full. What else is going on in chat? Out of curiosity, have you discussed at all the Amnoon choice yet? I found it quite interesting, even if it doesn't impact on the hull too much. Which one did you prefer and why? Well, I've only just picked another choice on this character. I've done like 1 1/4 playthrough of the story. That's it. Not even that. Not even that. Barely anything. I've done like 1 1/8 of a story playthrough. So, so far, all I've really experienced is the Palawa Joko choice, and I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. It put a big smile on my face being able to make that choice. Just wondering if they'd pay off on it in a good way. Now, obviously, it's hard for them to do that because you can't have wild differences in the storyline without, you know, suddenly it becomes really unwieldy and it's difficult to infuse a high level of quality into all of it. But yeah. Oh, so check it out. The legendary Distort Choya's up as well. Let's do the Choya. Let's do the Choya, guys. So come back to the main waypoint. This will be like the demo. I haven't fought the Choya on live yet. I don't think I have. Maybe I have. Have I? I can't remember. Maybe really early I did. Let me put a Warhorn on. Where's my Warhorn? Oh, here's my Warhorn. And then I'll run Torch here just for some might and stuff for people regardless. So there we go. Choya! And now let's charge along. I'm very familiar with this guy. So do legendary bounties have a set place they will spawn and only ever spawn? Or do they have, like, variant places? I'm guessing it's set because this Choya only ever appears on this island, correct? So I'm guessing it's set. Oh, yeah, that new salvage all. That feels good. So we're going to run over here. So let's be clear about this. People that don't know, this expansion added a system called Bounties. Bounties allow you to go stand around at notice boards and lay claim to fighting big game. You can press F on your target and then run to its location. So I've got this target marked on my map here on this island that this character's never been to. And when I get there, there's going to be a big legendary boss to kill. The rewards give you a special currency that appears in your wallet. By the way, there's an issue with the wallet. If you go specifically to map currencies, you'll notice that the POF stuff doesn't appear, even though it should, because they're map currencies. So hopefully I'll really fix that at some point. But there's a special mechanic thing we get. I don't know what it's spent on. I don't know what the rewards are really like. I think one of the new armor sets is available on this one, but I'm not sure. Am I really happy with this build? I guess I am. So, we got the legendary Choya. And yeah, we're just going to try it out. We're going to see what the experience is like. This guy moves a lot, so I don't really know how well I'll do. So, every time you fight a bounty, they have special effects that change that specific instance of the fight. So, here we've got Captor. Traps players in difficult-to-escape snares. So, here's one of the snares here. You can see this guy is stuck in it. We can also see that he's got the ability Propagator. He plants... oh god, he's going to roll into us. He plants a healing tendril that will apply regeneration to any of his allies. Now, he doesn't have any allies, so hopefully that doesn't do anything here, but he might count as his own ally. That often happens. And then finally, we've got Scorcher. He drops fire fields that damage and burn foes. So there's like a combo with two of them, where this is the fire field. Hopefully you guys can see. And then the traps as well. If he can land both at once, that would be pretty interesting. Now, I don't know how frequently this stuff procs or how it procs. Is it a skill he's casting? Are they intervals? You know, passive intervals that just spawn in the area? I don't know. I'm actually going to try and burst him now. So here, look, I've got a fire field inside a trap, and that guy went down on that fire field. But I can res him up. It might be a little bit more interesting to watch this stream to see which people in the squad are doing the most damage, like to see what elite specializations are best on what fights. And it's not like an elitist thing. It's not like, oh, this player's good, this player's bad. It's more to me like, okay, what build is most excelling against this massive CC moving boss? Do you guys want to see? And if people don't like it, I'll turn it off. But so far, it looks like Berserker is slightly best. With, I don't know, Weaver. Kerry's doing best. And I don't know whether that's a build thing. She's just extremely good at the game. So that's sort of not a surprise that she's at the top. But then we've also got a Scourge that's doing very well. Necros Soul Reaper's doing very well. And a Mesmer. That's quite good. A Mirage, sorry. That's specifically a Mirage. So that's quite cool to see. I've just been auto-attacking like you find most people in open world. And you notice I'm 26th. I'm 25th. I'm all the way down here just from doing my autos on a Power Scourge. Oh, so we can dodge out of the fields. That's interesting. Yeah, if we CC him here, that'll be really good. That's quite interesting. And I wonder how consistently we'll see who does what on this. What is the command to bring up Arc? Well, if you've got it installed, it's Alt, Shift, and T. And then you can open up the window. So we can do this if you guys want. If you don't mind the UI clutter and stuff. If you think it will be fun. If you don't, then you know, feel free to air your opinions. Personally, I just think DPS meters are tools. I don't think that they're necessarily toxic by default. There you go. We had a Weaver doing way better than everyone else. And that's actually amazing to me that the Weaver did amazing, so much better than everyone else there. Because Weaver uses a lot of static fields and stuff, so pulling 9k is pretty insane, actually. I wonder whether she's on a Condi Weaver or what. Here we've got a Distraught Choya Elegy Mosaic, which is for an item collection. Triumph of Conquest. Commemorations of great battles would be placed onto tiles inside of tombs, honoring both the victors and the fallen. So this is to do with, like, the Primeval Kings. It's one of the collections I got right at the start of the expansion I don't understand much about. So what's our reward? We don't really have one. So what's the idea of this? I think I got a book on one of my other characters that talks about this. So anyway, this is from doing all the legendary bounties, I guess. Is it an RNG chance? What about the legendary worm we just killed a second ago? I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. We got a ton of other stuff. My inventory's generally clear enough to be okay now. That's for the collection, but he doesn't drop the currency. Very nice, guys. Very nice. You get the funerary weapons after doing that. Oh, so that's how you get funerary weapons. This is cool. People that like Fashion Wars 2, I think, will really enjoy what POF has to offer, because so many more of the rewards feel so much more lucrative. All right, so let's go back to the bounty board. Now, as far as I understand, the community has already devolved to the place where all they ever do is spam legendary bounties. I believe. I don't know for sure. I'm new to it, so I still want to do some of the other ones. So I'm just going to fight this Forged Maverick here, and I just want to have some fun, okay? So there's a Forged Maverick. Let's go do that. No, I don't want to sign up for the race. We did races yesterday. What's this? Pop a gathering boost. Stuff gives you XP, and you can bypass the awfulness of low level. What's so awful about being low level? I quite like being low level. It's not like the game's hard when you're low level, is it? When's the test series coming? I've not worked on picking it back up just yet, but it's like on the plans. Basically, what I should have done yesterday is make a bounty video and then sort out a new schedule for myself that includes tests, which is what I was supposed to do. I'm such an idiot. You guys got no idea. Genuine shame I'm experiencing right now. Oh, that's story. Rip. Wow. Well, anyway, I've got dialogue turned off, so no spoils is there. All right, here's the champion Forged Maverick. So this guy periodically blocks the next several attacks, and then he targets foes and fires a powerful shot. He also had another thing called Defiler on him there. Oh, he's got something called Sniper. Target. Oh, no, there you go. So I guess he's just got a one-shot he'll proc on people every now and then. Let's drop our 3 shades and drop the shroud while he's in break bar. And now he's TP'd out of them. Great. So I think the more movement, the more truly awful it is. So here you'll see a Dragon Hunter's super high. Dragon Hunter's always had really strong... Oh, no, there's a Firebrand. Never mind. Well, Guardian in general has always had pretty good opening burst. There's a Firebrand doing excellently on this one. And don't forget, if you're trying to get high on this, try and stand with your teammates, because some of them might be giving you might, and some of them might be giving you quickness and stuff. Now, most people aren't, because most of the elite specializations in this expansion are selfish in nature, or more selfish anyway than a lot of the HOT ones. So you won't find many warriors running phalanx strength for you, and you won't find many chronos around at the moment. They're all on Mirage and stuff. So like the quality of your average open worlds Zerg may have diminished a bit just because of the off chance of genuinely good comps emergently forming. Does this all make sense? But at least there's me, and I'm giving you might. Look, might, guys. Yeah. And I suppose some Deadeyes might as well, but they've got a big selfish damage trait, don't they? There you go. We got one Phalanx guy in there. B-Boy's running Phalanx. There we go. We killed a champion bounty for the Crystal Oasis. Woo! How's my achievement progress going here? That's not bad. So look, I want to get all the champions. Look, we're going to do it. We're going to do it big style. So waypoint back to Amnoon. Which mystery do you have the most passion towards? Right now, the mysterious Order of Whispers precursor thing where the people are like... Should I be waiting? I guess I should be waiting for everyone to ball up, right? So they can all claim it. Does actually pressing F give any benefit to us? Or does it just allow us to spawn the creature when we go to the area? Do you guys know? I'm probably most excited about the mystery in the story with the... You know, like, oh, who sabotaged this door? Who left this note in the library? Who did this? I think that's probably what I'm most excited about, because it was something I experienced recently. And I know they've got an answer for, because they've just implemented it recently. And it was well delivered, actually, I think, too. So, Champion Tazula Mind Clouder. Let's get our breaky bars going, guys. Hopefully she doesn't move. There it is. And now I'm going to bump might out on people. I'm not getting my own might from this, though. Corrupt the ground. If they remain in the area, they'll be knocked down. Grant might to allies near your target based on how many condies you have. So I'm not getting might. Is that because there's other people more on her? So... Oh, I forgot. I put a Warhorn on as well, didn't I? This stream's going to be a bit like a PowerPoint presentation, probably, guys. And it's also quite likely going to be... I mean, I can use the other skills, right? I can use Garish Pillar and stuff. They pulse damage out. Even the 3 would help, wouldn't it? As long as I got Shroud for it. And I'm gaining Shroud because I'm on Axe main hand quite quickly. I mean, I'd gain it on Dagger faster, to be fair. Wow, look at how even everyone's doing. That's actually quite balanced. People rag on the balance quite a lot because they think that benchmarks are the be-all and end-all when they're not. Everyone's generally quite even up at the top here. I don't know. Maybe that's ridiculous for me to say because there's some people doing terribly, but that's probably not balanced. That's because they're not, you know, they're not geared or they're not doing rotations and stuff. Anyway, so we've got some sands. Oh, the sands I think are the currency, aren't they? Oh no, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, back to Amnoon. Don't you mean cinematic FPS? Yeah, we're going down to 24. It's just going to be like film, guys. Sorry for joining late. Anyone have the squad name or region we're on? The squad name would be my character name, LYS, Liss. I'm actually going to cull. I'm going to go low and low, which means that all your pretty faces and mounts are going to start disappearing now. But it will be less of a PowerPoint presentation, and hopefully more people will be inclined to actually watch instead of cringe at the, you know, the open world stuff. It's not like there's going to be anything meaningful you'll see on screen anyway. It's just going to be an orgy of special effects. How's Rev and POF? Haven't played it. Don't know. It looks good. I've heard good things though. But I don't know myself just yet. I haven't played it since they patched it based on beta feedback. So this guy creates spinning lasers that damage foes. Oh, I've experienced that and I sucked with it. And then Signaler blinds players who ignore or step with the go symbols. Oh, so this one's really interesting, right? So here's a good example of some of the active effects. I'll show you guys, right? Because some of you are going to be sitting there thinking, what's so good about this WP? And you would be right to think that. So here, look. As we fight this guy, he's going to create these spinning lasers. He's got his own abilities, obviously. But here, you see this orb here? Oh, no, that's his regular abilities. He's got some kind of explosion effect. I don't know what that is. I'm waiting for his other stuff to trigger. Oh my god, he drops these supply crates. Wow. I do think that these look like these would be genuinely really good on lower group numbers. Keep bumping might out for people. Here you go. We've got 25 might and fury. Yeah, I don't know. These are exploding bombs. He's not doing it. He's not doing his other stuff. Where's his other stuff? What's going on? Boom, there we go. Defeat the champion bounty. Sorted. Raise the banners. Amnoon. Nice. Threat, Zelk the Shameless. Help Amnoon remain safe and independent by taking out some notable threats. And we just took out a notable threat. Cool. That's excellent. And we get karma for that. Oh, I can get my god backpack today. Hey, dude, I've been asking everyone, that cool healing build you have with Ellie, is there a link to the build anywhere? No, just run Water, Arcane, and Tempest. Use your Brian, and you'll figure it out, my friend. All right, so Brack Breadfang is next. And he's up near where we were a second ago. If you're wondering, oh, can't we be more efficient and get all of them at once? No, we can't. Oh, the race finish line's there. I think, anyway. I think I need... Maybe the Zerg can, like... proc more? Actually, maybe I shouldn't do the nerd voice there. Maybe... Is that a thing? Can the Zerg, like, deliberately split up? Congratulations to Kutha, who did the race and won. Do you want me to make another taxi squad, says B-Boy? Yeah, you can if you like, dude. That would be cool. That would be pretty fun. Also, spam the hell out of me when you want to do a giveaway. Yeah? Yeah, use your Brian. Yeah. I run Magi's gear on it for the raw healing. Sigil of Benevolence. No, not Benevolence. Transference. I want to run Benevolence. If the Fractals team just put a little bit more effort into adding more, like, random mobs that give you XP in some of the core Fractals, not the new ones that they're adding, but the core ones as well, I think stacking sigils could be quite a fun thing to do in Fractals. But the thing is, you need to hit max stacks, I would say, like, shortly before the final encounter, whatever that is. But quite often you aren't at the moment. So. Should I just spam everything? I don't know. I don't want to feel like this build is spam everything. Is it just spam everything? Spam all the things. I mean, we're never gonna really compete with everyone up there. It's nice. I'm actually seeing a lot of names I recognize on this DPS meter. A lot of names I recognize. Like people who don't necessarily know me as WP, but just generally play the game with me. It's nice to see everyone here. Wow, he moved pretty goddamn far there. So his effects were... Oh, here you go. So look, this... Oh my god, it's bugging out majorly. Whoa. So you see this ring? It's not bugging, it's just that he's teleporting. You see these blue arrows? If I'm outside and I try and attack him, he permanently evades me. Oh god, sorry. Skype, guys. My mistake. Sorry. That's me. Not any of you. Yeah, if he stops, if I stand outside of it, and then sometimes it will reverse, and you have to range. So it forces melee, it forces range. In the big Zergs, I don't think it's really doing anything. And this might be the main problem with Bounties, if there is one, that the Zerg experience is just... To me, it's not like what was being mentioned on Tea Time, in that it's too slow. It's that it's just boring. But that's not really a Path of Fire problem. It's not really a Bounty problem. It's a Guild Wars 2 problem, right? That the large events are boring, and the game does everything it can to get you in large events quite often. What am I in combat with? I guess a raiding party shot me or something? Or I'm being attacked by a sand shark that's underneath my bum. There we go. I got silver somehow. Sorry about that, guys. My Skype's off now, so anyone sending me messages, it doesn't matter. Alright, let's do the champion man-eater. So this is the last one on this board. We've been doing good. Oh, the Choya at the Amnoon Gate are here as well. I kind of want to just cheekily tag this too. God, I move fast on a mount. My God. So this last one is the man-eater, and the man-eater spawns all the way up there. Right, okay. Again in the same general area. They did a pretty good thing with the Chat Garen at the time, didn't they? Yeah, I've always said, always said that was really good. I think that I prefer Path of Fire as an expansion to Heart of Thorns. But I think that the Heart of Thorns release streams were about 100,000 times more interesting than what you're currently watching. I will openly admit that. And I think that's because of the existence of the Garen, and it's because of the existence of Auric Basin and the VB Knight. Do you guys remember I did like a stream of those and we succeeded, and then I got to go make a YouTube video talking about like how each meta functioned and stuff. I suppose I could do that in POF. This is a hero challenge, which we may as well tag while we're at it. But especially those streams, you know, that was exciting. Doing that stuff with Garen, that was exciting. I liked that. I liked the idea of like a challenging boss right at the start. Oh, we're number 6! Yeah, baby! Ah! Power Reaper. Made it up there when most people were still on their mounts. Oh, yeah. Power Reaper. Power Scourge. So here's the Manny. Oh, my God, he's a Hydra. Why do I feel like I should have known that? Because I feel like he's a Guild Wars 1 reference. I'm waiting for my stuff to come up here. So 1, 2, well, Q, swap, Warhorn. No, he just walks out of them all the time. No. Nerf his movement. I want to fight DPS golems in the open world again. Why are you making your mobs more intelligent? No. Silly wood and potatoes. Power Reapers don't exist. I was actually playing a very fun Power Reaper. Hold on, I'm actually going to swap to Power Reaper as well, and we'll see how different these feel. We'll run like a Reaper's Onslaught thing in a second. Be better than me fucking spamming axe always. I mean, in all sincerity, I probably should just put a dagger on at this point. I'm standing in melee enough that I should have dagger torch and like dagger warhorn or something. There we go. Another one's done. Oh, we're getting them in order as well. Look at how good that is. So that's the initial bounty board. So we're done with it. That's all the original bounties. And that's the Order of Shadows helped out. Look, we've cleaned house. They're all gone. Whoa. What? Whoa. What? Did anybody just see that? What? What happened there? My camera was locked when I mounted, and I just went running off. It became like a strategy game for a second. That was so weird. Ha! All right, okay. I've never experienced that. Someone says that's happening to me every day. Happens to me all the time. Really, I haven't experienced that yet. All right, anyway. So there you go. That's that board done. Let's now walk to the Cormier Temple and do some other ones. And while we go there, I'm going to sneakily put Reaper back on. And we'll see how that feels. There's Reaper. I guess. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to run Relentless Pursuit as well. Oh, wait. Does that... No, that's just incoming condies. I don't care about that then. Increase our crit chance. I suppose I could increase our might, but no, I think the crit chance is better here. And then we will run Reaper's Onslaught. Shroud 1, providing Vuln, is not going to matter in open world, so we don't care about that. Let's run Speed of Shadows, give ourselves swiftness, and remove any bad condies when we go into Shroud. It won't help that often, but it might. I'm not going to be running Staff, so there's no other choice, really. Here, I'll give myself extra Vitality and reduce our Shroud recharge. And here... I'll go Death Perception, I guess. Is that not, like, crazy too much? probably too much. Foot in the Grave might be really nice for these, because I think there is a lot of CC. Ah, how cool is that? I'm in PvE and I'm considering Foot in the Grave. I suppose there's a lot of other people like, ah, Doomfire. No. I don't care about the Vuln on that. We'll run Spinal Shivers. Oh no, let's increase our axe damage since we are running an axe. Let's do that for the funsies. Used to be that if you had this and then you went Lich Form, it would increase your Lich Form by 10% as well. Very fun. But it's not a thing anymore. Bit of a shame. Alright, so let's go up into the temple. Sorry that the gameplay footage... Actually, I think the gameplay probably looked alright there. And then we're going to get rid of the torch. And we'll put... I mean, the main thing that really sucks to me about Power Reaper, more than anything else, is I just don't like Greatsword that much at the moment. It feels a bit weird to use. I don't know. Hello? Why is that not working? So, because I equipped Reaper while mounted, did that somehow... Am I being a moron? What am I doing wrong here? Is it because I equipped it while mounted? Yeah, it is. Wow. Damn, son. That's a weird bug. How do I get into an invite into the guild? Yeah, everybody's already told you. Big White Shogun said never change your elite on a mount. Yeah, I've just learned. That's a weird bug, isn't it? I can understand that getting through QA, I guess. Right, so the next bounty board. Let's go have a look-sees. So I've got some Bloodlust stacks going. Oh, yeah. And I've got some food as well. Fruitcake, Dragon's Breath, bun, baby. The buns probably aren't that good for bounties, but they are fun in open world. All right, so... Who do we want? Well, let's go left to right, shall we? So let's fight Butch. Now this is stuff I've never done, because I never really did the demos. So we're going to fight Butch, guys. Let's go. Rev utilities swap back to their default places when you dismount. It's annoying. Oh, really? So if you've, like, swapped the positioning of Unyielding Anguish with Banish Enchantment, it will reverse every time you mount and unmount. That kind of forces you to go back to the default thing, right? That's a real shame. I love the look of the sand whipping off of these cliffs here. Look at how good that looks. So nice. Fight Bush, Kappa. Hell yeah, Royal, we're going to fight Bush. How do these bounties differ from the Guild Wars 1 Zaician quests to even? Well, yeah, they do in a pretty significant way. The Zaician quests in Guild Wars 1 were additional daily-based incentive to get a player base to return to content that they had done before. So, like, a Zaician bounty was to kill a mob you would probably already killed just as you traveled through the world, right? Anyway. And this is so cool, by the way. It's a black mower. I can't believe that Butch is a black mower. This is really interesting. Lay energy, build up. Builds energy orbs to discharge. Restore. Regenerates a curative clouds to heal damage. That's really nice. And then they rewarded you and they had a special currency. It was purely about keeping people in the game while they were working on Guild Wars 2, and like that's blatantly obvious, yeah. But for this, these bounties only exist for the boards. They're not like mobs that would be here anyway. And like the balance of the way that the rewards feel and stuff is obviously completely different here as well. So yeah. Oh, what's this special action? Dance. Sometimes you just have to move to the sound. Wow, I dance. Why did I dance? Man, what? All these mechanics, though. We're missing them all. Why did I get dance? Did somebody throw a thing at me? What was that? Was that actually the fight, or was that someone with a dance volume? Did the dance volume do that? I can't really remember anymore. Oh, there's mower chicks, and we kill the kids as well. Jesus. Gross. Plus turn on effect LOD and graphics set, and this effect clusterfuck is... Alright, well, we can try that. I've never really seen an appreciable difference, or focused on it enough to notice an appreciable difference. So let's try. So effect LOD, limit detail of particle effects. Okay, let's try. Let's see how this looks then, shall we? Mate, if you read Edge of Destiny novel, there's one bounty that calls back to that novel in the Crystal Oasis, winky face. Really? Well, we're about to play. I don't know. That sounds cool, Big White Shogun. Don't you dare question the random dance. I'm not gonna... It was very fun, I promise. Oh, we just had a sub or something. Thank you very much to Nuzak. Thanks for the sub. And to anyone else who did today as well. We might be able to get some more going if B-Boy wants to do a giveaway at some point. He's in game with us here, so I'm sure it would be very fiddly for him. So there is a legendary as well. I guess we'll do the legendary last. So now we've got the Forged Ambusher, who's to the north. So let's go. God, this is genuinely one of the most pretty areas of the entire expansion. Check your in-game whispers to know a little bit about the bounties. The bounties on the board are in order from easiest to hardest, left to right. Well, what do you know? There you go. So we're doing the easiest one was the mower, and now it will get slightly harder and harder and harder as we go, which is why the legendary appears on the right. But hold on, B-Boy, that doesn't work, because the first bounty board had the legendary Choya on the left. Or do you mean not with... Does the legendary not matter, but the others do follow that rule? Oh, God, he's one of the surfboarding guys. These guys are brutal. Oh, God. Where is he? Oh, he is here. No, he's getting out of my wells all the time, you bitch. We're going to use the 5 breakers break bar. Yeah. Let's get those autos rolling. 448. 448. Oh, who doesn't like that? Big numbers. Ow. Damn it. You know, I read something really sad on Reddit. I learned something big mechanically about the game that I didn't know. And I can openly admit this. I didn't know that there was this whole thing going on with Shroud. All right, well, let me be clear. When you use a transform in this game, you don't actually... the game doesn't register your real weapons anymore. It will look at your sigils, and it will remember that those exist. But it doesn't look at your actual weapon any longer. It gives you what it considered for 2012 vanilla a default like endgame weapon, which I believe is an exotic level 78 weapon. So it gives you that. There's the Worm Queen, I guess we can kill as well while we're here. And so it used to be that whenever you held a kit or an environmental weapon or anything like that, it would give you this like default thing. And it used to be it didn't even give you sigils. So the devs did do patches that have fixed that. So now sigils work, and now while you're holding a kit, you still have your real thing underneath. And now while you know, you're in these various things, your real stuff's there, right? I believe. But apparently it still exists with regard to Shroud, and apparently it still exists on Hollow-Smith as well. So, and to me, I wonder whether the devs don't know that that exists, and that's why. And they're looking at the numbers, and they're like, no, the numbers say that Power Reaper is fine, and it's actually not because they don't realize that that's the issue. I don't know. Can anyone elaborate more on that in chat? So I hadn't really heard of that. So apparently, Hollow-Smith's damage is not as great as it was, and some people predicted this would be the case because they knew about that issue. So yeah, pretty bizarre, right? Also, I'm genuinely gonna run Foot in the Grave. Genuinely. Gonna get rid of death perception here, which means my Valkyrie gear is now a bit silly, but it's fine. Yeah, Hollow-Smith is getting a level 78 blue apparently, right? And it doesn't matter whether you have ascended weapons or anything. Shit, I'm gonna waypoint then. Oh no, I'm not gonna waypoint. It's just this road anyway. It's over here. So yeah, it's and the scary thing about it is it looks like a hangover that they thought they dealt with, and it looks like a hangover that they've still not, you know, quite figured out. So like the environmental weapon side of stuff they fixed, but I think if you go Lich and stuff, it's still a thing. So the way they've compensated historically is they've bumped the flat damage on those abilities super high. They know it exists, that's why they nerfed Hollow-Smith damage with PF release. But they've not said that, though. How are you saying that with any semblance of authority? I haven't seen a dev quote saying that they know it exists, and that's why Hollow-Smith is deliberately weaker with the Path of Fire release. Can you give me a source of that? Bounty Hunter set is on Alyssa's list. Yeah, so there's like a traveling merchant as well that I don't understand and I haven't seen much of in the expansion yet, and I've got to figure that out too. Have a good night, Malmush. It's 4 a.m, dude. Good on you for going to sleep instead of staying up the whole time. Man, I'm so mad. I was waiting for a freaking package today and it didn't even come. I need my cable. The Scattered Riverland IP on the right. Jump a little on a hill and she's there with her mount. So we're going to fight the Forged Sorcerer here. Oh, is he on a cliff? No, he's not on a cliff. He's right here. So the Jackal is unquestionably the best engage. Look at that 4 stab I got now. Baby. Yeah, Effect LOD being off has made a big change, hasn't it? It actually has. I genuinely can see that here. Nice. Still no quickness. It'd be nice to have a little bit. But it's okay. We're getting like Renegade buffs here. Their active effect has gone really weird. Spirit Charge. Grants power as linked allies deal damage. Who are the linked allies? You ain't got no allies. Well, my frames are so much higher now that I've put Effect LOD on. This is like really noticeable. Oh, you wank stain. Back into Shroud. It's safe in Shroud. Grave dig. Grave dig again. Oh. Okay, it's good. We're okay. So we're getting a hell of a lot of loot. If you look at the right-hand side of the screen, if you guys aren't too familiar with this, you can see all the loot I'm getting every time one of these things dies. It's pretty nice. All right, back to the temple. Their damage was like 23% higher in PvP than PvE because of that. They nerfed its PvP damage with that exact number. Of course it's because of that. Why? So why doesn't the bug hit in PvP? I don't understand. Is it because in PvP there hasn't been Ascended Gear power creep and stuff? No, but then that doesn't make sense. Why is PvP damage higher then? I don't get it. I don't get why PvP damage would be higher. There are 2 different parts to this. Every map has an armor drop that is very rare. You can craft this with the help of Alyssa while she travels, and you can afford the craft. Prices are pretty insane now for the exotics, but the looks, they are awesome. Really? Oh, I should learn about that. That would probably make a good video. That sounds really fun. All right, so we've got the Forged Punisher now. So we can... He's not too far. He looks like he's on a plateau, so this will be fun. As I understand it, is because the weapons are completely normalized in PvP. So the bug doesn't exist in PvP. Because it's all purely from the amulet, right? So... Oh, maybe that's the idea? Isn't Vegas in Los Angeles? Alright, I think we need a skimmer to get to this guy. Springer. Let's climb, I guess. $99 armor pieces in all of POF. No more QQ for more armor sets. Really? They added 99 new skins? Wow. Oh, I'm starting to feel out of the loop. God damn it. One day I've just disappeared from the game. Now I'm feeling completely out of it. No! Oh, I guess I could have shrouded to stun break that now. But I wanted my Warhorn before I came in. I don't know in the end whether it was worth it or not. So here's the question. While I'm using my... No. I was hoping the Infusing Terror cooldown would drop while I was still under the effects of the last armor. Because there, I had a lot of stab up time, but just because his skill cooldown is desynced with me, it didn't really mean anything. Because the stab was gone and, you know... Going to use the 5 there, even though the break bar doesn't call for it. So I guess here I should swap back to... Oh, I could have used the Warhorn again there, I guess. No, come on. And now Shroud's on cooldown. Every single one of those fears. I've got a lot of ways to mitigate that, and every single one of them has just sort of been the perfect place to bypass. Am I running Power or Condi? Power. This is a Power Reaper. Power, power, power. Mostly because I can't be bothered to fiddle around with the gear and stuff, and I don't have build templates set up for a Condi one. All right, let's go. And besides, it doesn't matter, right? Like, even in this, it's open world. Your fun's your fun. Junundu hit it perfectly. Oh, he explained better. Here we go. He said it's not a bug. It's a deliberate choice to streamline all transformations. They use a template weapon for transformations, and that template weapon is different in PvE and PvP. PvP has all weapon and armor stats normalized at level 78 exotic, while PvE has 68 blue. They can likely easily change it, but changing it in PvE means they have to retune all the PvE transforms, which is a lot more work than just to continue to balance with 68 blue in mind. That sounds like... So, really, so where is this coming from? I've never heard of the 68 blue thing. Also, you open with a statement, Junundu. You say, it's a deliberate choice to streamline all transformations. Why is that needed? They're not streamlined anyway, because sigils, runes, and traits affect them regardless, don't they? So I don't get why they take your weapon. I don't know whether it's that. Maybe it's just because the engine reads you as not having your weapon, and they don't. I don't know. It seems like a weird thing. Okay, so Butcher's respawned. So let's go kill him quickly. I want this board clear. We're going to go for the clear challenge. So I'm not quite sure how that benefits them in terms of streamlining things. What's the logic there? Why can't it just be read your weapon and they balance it the same way, and they're mindful of the modifiers and the base damage is in the same way they would be on anything? Why does it have to be based on this arbitrary value that has no respect to gear quality or gear type? Because when you say it's a low-level blue, it's also like... It's not like a berserker blue, is it? It's like an empty blue. But I understand now. So the reason why PvP was stronger was because they're balanced on an exotic. And PvE is on a blue, which is hilarious, by the way. I know that Reaper Shroud counts as a hammer, but beyond that, I don't know. Yeah, like, so, yeah, because it's like a different weapon you're technically holding underneath, yeah. Which is why you get Hammer Slayer while you're on this. Look at all of his barrier. This is interesting. Butch had barrier there. So let's see what the rewards are like as well when we double kill a bounty. It's nice to see a black mower. I don't know why I used the 5 and the 4 there, like he had a break bar. It's because I'm looking at chat. This is really weird. Look at all the barrier. So strange. So hitting a target with barrier that puts them over 50% health, but their actual health is still below 50, will still count as... Yeah, no, we're dancing again. Sometimes you just have to move to the sound. Oh my god, it gives me a ton of boons. That's what the mechanic is. It gives me an enormous number of boons. There we go, boom, nice. We got a treasure hunting kit. It didn't look like we got any kind of diminished returns there. Alright, back to the temple. I'm going to waypoint this time because I don't want them to all be respawning here. Let's go back to chat. Let's see. It might be a hangover from the Guild Wars 1 days. It might be some arbitrary reason. It might be something they forgot to fix by the time they released in the game, and now it's too much work to bother to fix it. The engine is old, and that's likely a lot of technical debt. Yes, what you just said there is my impression of it, yeah. Like, and that to me doesn't make it intelligent. Well, maybe it is smart for them to ignore it these days. It's the kind of thing that they should hammer out, though, right? Yeah, so that was my impression. It was a hangover. Okay, and finally, to round this out, your argument was that the PvP nerf damage was of the equivalent percent of the difference between a level 78 exotic and a level 64 blue or whatever it was, which was 32% or whatever you said, exactly that, which demonstrates that they wanted to normalize them. Do you know what that means? That means that in testing... Oh, here's a Hydra. It's almost dead because people were fighting already. That means that in testing, they weren't testing at the PvP lobby, right? Right? That means that in testing, they were testing in PvE environments and seeing how it felt there. So what we just experienced there was a little bit of what Deror was talking about. People fighting it early. But, I mean, is that really a big deal? I'm not too sour about that. Interestingly, the Temple of Cormyr ones are at the bottom of the list, and the Zephyrite ones are at the top. Raise the banners. Amnoon Independence. Hopefully everyone got a tag there. Sorry if you didn't. But yeah, so, and I'm glad we're agreed that there is no actual practical benefit to having that in place at all. All right, and now it's the legendary worm again. So we'll kill the legendary worm, and this is the last one. We already did it, but let's do it again. Like, his respawn didn't feel too long there. So last time I was on a Scourge. This time I'll be on this dude. Let's monitor the effects. Frightener surrounds itself with a fear-inducing field. Find lay energy. To discharge damaging build-up, and plants a healing tendril that applies regeneration to its allies. Okay, so this fear field concerns me a little. So I'm going to try and stagger my stab. So there's one stab, two stab, and now infusing terror. There's the break bar. Oh, I could have used my golem to help that out as well, actually. There, quite foolishly, I grave dug, but it's okay because we can swap here and get our warhorn rolling. Now we can get straight back in. So, by the way, did you see how I got quickly kicked out of Shroud there? That should have been me in downstate. That should have been me going down. Look at how, like, survivable I am, right? Like, I might not be doing that much damage. I'm 9th in the squad for damage, but, like, look how comfortable this is. It's to the point I could just chat with you guys. Just because, like, I've got nothing on my build is defensive at all. Nothing. This is just Necro life. This is it. There's a sunbreak on the fear when we get back in. That was nice. Quality of life. I should run transfusion, probably. That would help the group a lot more. We'll put blood magic on instead of oh, I don't know, instead of what, soul reaping maybe? I'm not sure entirely, actually. I'm trying to get my wells down. I could be in Shroud, and so now I'm actually taking some pressure, but look how many dead people are around as well. And I would have taken a lot less pressure if I'd bothered to Shroud earlier than this. Look at all the dead people, genuinely. This is why I want to play the Healing Ellie. The Healing Ellie would have been really good here, because all these would be in... This is like God mode for the Healing Ellie right now. The Healing Ellie would just be like, everyone would be alive. It would be the most fun thing in the world. There'd be mass resin going on. It would be like serious backlining white mage funsies. This is like the most fun you can have on a support right here, on that build in this encounter. Or an environment like this, not specifically always. It's you go, I mean. What's the goop that keeps landing at him as well? I'm not quite sure. We're number 7 now. And again, we're only creeping up because other people don't have the stab and other people, you know, actually have to deal with this pesky thing called survival while we do not. And there we go. That's the legendary worm. So just to show the loot. So 13 sand, 3 of those, some prayer beads, unidentified gear, trade contracts, and mosaics. Right. We got 3 mosaics from that. Cool, so now we're going to go to the Zephyrite area and do the last bounty board. I think it's at the Zephyrite area, right? Follow me. Let's go south of the temple. Whispers. All right, we're giving away some stuffs. Ooh. All right, this is actually an expensive skin this time compared to the ones yesterday. This one's an expensive skin. So, check it out, guys. We're going to do a giveaway. If you're watching this stream, if you're new to the streams, it's very easy. All you have to do is type a single word in, and you get in on a chance. Everyone can. There's no restrictions. All you have to do is type. Now, we're giving away a Black Lion skin, a Dwayna longbow, which is worth the greater part of 100 gold. It's not 100 gold. It's not particularly close to 100 gold, but it's the greater part. Okay? So, all you have to do is type a keyword into chat, and that's it. And, if you happen to be subscribed to me, you get 10 times luck as well. Alright, so I'm just waiting for B-Boy to give me the keyword, or give you all the keyword, and we'll go for it. I'll be sure to sort out my account and my bags and stuff, guys, soon, so you can see the Ellie. Oh, somebody just joined this. Oh, I got a donation a quarter of an hour ago. I forgot I promised to donate 3 quids every time I managed to watch your stream. Let's fix that. Oh, dudes. Man, you don't have to do that. I mean, 3 quid for 2 hours entertainment isn't too bad, but we all know you could be getting it for free. Thank you very much, dude. Wow, that's lovely. All right, so if we move over here, I'm getting distracted by events and stuff. The final bounty board should await, I think. Oh, no, it's over here. Everybody's standing out already. All right, the keyword is shroud. Shroud. So here you go, guys. Type into chat shroud, and you'll be in for a chance to win a really cool Black Lion skin. So just type that in. You only have to type it the once. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get any good chat discussion going on, so I'll hold the fort on my own. But yeah, and so just as a reminder, so you can do this thing on Twitch called subscribing. When you subscribe, I don't think you get ads anymore. Or you might still get ads. I can't remember. You get a cool potato. If you look at chat, you'll see some people have got a potato next to the name. You get that. You get emotes, which you can type anywhere on all of Twitch and Discord. And there are all these fun potatoes. Maybe someone can spam those. It helps me out. And you'll get 10 times luck on this giveaway. It costs like a $5, I think, and you get it for a whole month. Or you can do it completely for free if you have Amazon Prime. And you're just like 2 clicks away. So you just click on the screen, the sub button. If you've got Amazon Prime, free shipping and stuff, you get it straight away because Amazon own Twitch now. And so, yeah, 10 times luck on a cool Black Lion skin. Who wouldn't like that? All right, here we go. So, Champion Chaotic Lay Spark, number 1. Wow, he spawns just like right here? Really? Or is he high up? Oh, he is high up. He's all the way up there, I guess. All right, we gotta climb, I think. Somebody's got an eye for fine potatoes. Thanks, VD Salads and Nasha. You guys are all awesome. Thank you for taking the time to do that. Honestly, if you're only doing it for the giveaway, that's fine. But anybody who's doing that, like, because they want to support me and stuff, thank you so much. It really means a lot. And yeah, there'll be plenty of time to just type shroud in, and you're off, and you can do it. There you go. So somebody showed all the emotes there. So you can put those anywhere, on any Discord server, on any Twitch stream. You can show your pride in the Winning Potatoes community. It might happen. Do you know what the most bizarre / heartwarming thing I think I could possibly see as a content creator right now? It would be me watching, like, a different Twitch stream about a different game with, like, lots of people watching, and someone randomly, without even knowing I'm there, put one of my emotes in chat. Can you imagine how crazy that would be? I don't know where we're going. Is it dead already? Chaotic Lay Spark. I don't see it anywhere. Is it high? Is it low? Did it die already? A lot of the Zerg is over there, so I'm guessing they've got it figured out, and I just don't, so... Oh, we triggered the combat music. Yeah, it's like... below us? Oh yeah, it's below us. Wow. Oh, it's on this platform. What? It's on this random little platform here. This is cool. What? Man, very nice. Under UWP. Yeah, we got it. That's awesome. I like this. So, Sniper, Survivor periodically blocks. Lockout, unstable magical abilities are disabled. So, Lockout is what? You get that for breaking his break bar, I guess? We got a 24k well there. Not quite the same, but I sometimes use hype in Discord chat with people that don't know you. Oh, that's cool, dude. That is actually really cool, Rank. Crystal Oasis bounty tour complete. Small tin coffee pot. Here's an example of the lore in POF. Crossing most levels of Alone in Society, ordering coffee displays generosity towards guests, visitors, and friends, regardless of rank. This is the good shit right here. Whoever was like, yeah, let's do this, and whoever took the time to write this on so many different things, you're a god. I will give you things. It's so good. Man. Alright. So there you go. That's one. Let's go back to the board now, shall we? With OP Jackal movement. Yes. Sweet. 4 blinks, baby. Oosh Vistra. So it's all a little bit more complicated now because we've got, like, rougher terrain. But I think we'll be okay. It's me, says Royal. Give me things. All right, what do you want? Newest member of the Spud Club. Ginny, 12 days old, enjoying the Spud stream together. Dude, that's really cool. I hope you've been having fun playing stuff together. Like, the guild has been running these. They've been running these and having a lot of fun. Using the Discord channels. So many people are actually having conversations and making friends and stuff now. It's really good. Just a little bit of incentive. All it takes is bribing people with some gems at the door. And boom. An empire is formed. Let's go... I think they know the way better than I do, so... Let's go... do they know the way better than I do? We're trying to get, like, up. Do we go through the mine over here, maybe? Perhaps this is a good route? I do like this mine. Here we go, and then we can come out on the plateau around here on the left. Oh, we gotta get up. We gotta like get up. This isn't good enough. What we're doing right now is not good enough. I think we need to like spring a jump up from here, guys. I've taken us to a really shit location, and I'm really sorry about this. But I think that there's a way to climb. First, we need to break combat though, so kill some forged if we can. Okay. All right. And then he should be along here. I think that there's a route up here through the mine, yeah. All right, there you go. So, oh, so it's a branded forgotten. Oh, look. So here, look. The only way you can damage right now is at this specific range. Before this and outside of this. This is the only way you can do damage. This is why we have axe. And now it's just... And you got to, like, stay in that sort of distance. If you go melee, like all of those people are, they're doing 0 damage, right? And now the effect's gone, so we can now charge in. Because we broke his break bar, I guess. Nice, isn't it? Yeah, so what if we've got a lot of people watching Bounties? What's wrong with that? You can come and play them too. We're learning it together. It's fun stuff. It's like new things. Guild Wars doesn't do this, really. It's like a more formal method of giving people a chance to champ train and stuff. I like it. I think it's interesting. Obviously, it'll be brain dead once we understand it all, and we've done it for hours and hours and hours on end, because large Zerg scaling's a bit poo. But doing this with a small group of friends, I think, could be really fun. Oh, so I was in the wrong range there. And got bursted hard. Bursted? I feel like I'm in the right range now, and yet he's perma-evading again. I don't know why. How comes... Oh, now it wants me in melee again. There we go. I like this. I like the range ones. I think the range ones are really good. I think we actually got the last tick of the break bar there with Whale of Doom. Man, Whale of Doom was so good in the first game in team arenas. It would essentially... the equivalent for Guild Wars 2, right, of Whale of Doom is, imagine you have a skill that for like 5 seconds takes away all of your opponent's traits. Can you imagine that? Like, de-specializes them. Now, remember that dedicated PvP balance thing? Imagine that. You could have, like, Whale of Doom. You could have stuff that does that. Like, eliminate a random specialization from your opponent and stuff like that. That's basically what one of the Guild Wars 1 things was. Okay, so we want to fight Scragglebeard. And I don't think climbing in the way that guy is currently attempting is a good idea or is possible. So instead, I think we have to climb up the ramps again. This is weird because it's like actually finding them is a big part of the bounties now. The mechanics are random each time. Getting used to it might take some time. Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to learning what all of them are, especially getting into the other maps and seeing what some more of them are that are going on. Seems like pretty easy, comfortable, like group-based stream content at least. Here we go. So we can come up here. It's not like the Gerent, right? There's not that thrill and excitement and like But it's also easier for me. If you guys remember those Geralt stream, they almost feel like yesterday to me, actually. Do you remember constantly having to explain every single time the entire event? And like that I was going to Ogre and that Nuhawk had this going on. And oh my god, do you guys remember? All right, so he's doing his periodic blocking. Oh, I keep doubling up with my stab, and I shouldn't do that. I should portion it out a bit better. Whoa, how did he knock me away? I had stab. That is not cool, game. Alright. Burn him down. Making the mechanics random also means they can add new ones. Yeah, and you know, there's a funny thing. Fractals used to have, like... And it's not that I don't like what fractals have become, but fractals used to, like, have a big part of them where it was all about, like, embracing RNG. And you remember when they first added the idea of instabilities? Like, that was what that was as well? What are all these red circles around us? I don't really know. But in the end, they never really did it much. So I'm a little bit cynical whether the bounties will have updates like that. I'm maybe cynical as well, just because the devs have this thing where they never look back at stuff they've done. They never... You know, they decided a while ago we're more interested in making new stuff than looking at old stuff. And maybe that's genuinely what's better because people don't appreciate updates like that. But, yeah, so I don't know whether this is a platform that they'll keep building on or not. And, you know, there's some merit to that as well. We all know that they've got a lot of platforms that they've failed to build on already, so adding more might not be a good idea. Hey WP, in your opinion, what do you think of the reasons with regard to the development of Path of Fire that has resulted in it being more polished than the first expansion? Oh, it's incredibly obvious. It's that they had a dedicated team working for a reasonable length of time on it, instead of having everyone on Living World and then mad rush to figure out how the fuck to develop an expansion and then a mad rush to go back to Living World. And like, instead of that, they weren't bogged down by any of that. So now we're going for Chief Cronin now. And that to me, I think, is what it's been. You know, they had actual time. Like, Heart of Thorns was like a proper cram for them to get out as far as I can see it from the outside. Obviously, the better person to ask that is a dev. I like the RNG and the bounties. I just wish some of the abilities were more clear. Yeah, I can understand that, dude. Definitely. But sure. I know exactly what you mean. Let's go up here. I would say let's do this event here, but it's a really long event, so that's not... Oh, yeah, and Raven's right as well. Sorry, actually, Raven's got the right answer, the better answer, the stronger answer. It's that Heart of Thorns. As much as it was a content expansion, it also had to dedicate a lot of its time to adding systems for content. It had to invent the idea of elite specializations. It had to redefine what a guild is in Guild Wars 2. It had to redefine what character progression was in Guild Wars 2 and invent the mastery system. It had to, it had a lot to contend with, a lot of things to learn about how this MMO can be developed. Path of Fire only had to build on that. The successes you see within Path of Fire can, in part, be attributed to Heart of Thorns. So yeah, that is the much better answer, and well done for identifying it. Groundwork has been laid, right? And they're still laying some groundwork. You're looking at it right now. This bounty is another step forward. It's another innovation. It's another development. It's another thing. Mounts were another new thing, really. I mean, they hooked into an established system, but so they are pushing the envelope. But by and large, a massive amount of it, you know, in terms of the raw feedback as well, like getting to see what the community actually enjoyed, what they enjoyed, you know. It sounds like one of those cliche things to say, like, oh, we the devs, we play the games too, please believe us. It sounds cliche, but, you know, you don't get into game development unless you play games and have an understanding of what you enjoy about a game. Every random nerd, you're looking at one, you're listening to one right now, every random nerd on the internet has an idea about what they enjoy. Ideas are cheap. Ideas are easy to come to. They can learn themselves from their own impressions of Heart of Thorns, what they liked about Heart of Thorns, and now they have like that big knowledge base to build a better future expansion upon Path of Fire. And in theory, as long as the money doesn't dry up, as long as the community doesn't dry up, and as long as the enthusiasm doesn't dry up, the next expansion can be even better. And it should just keep going up and up and up. Should. Of course, they have this horrible thing to contend with that in the real world, people just like zerging to the latest new thing instead of looking at stuff that gets refined. But we'll see. I proper rambled myself well off the point of that conversation. That's why Path of Fire is better, probably. Wooden Potatoes is a very specific nerd. I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. I'm a bit... I don't know. People tell me sometimes I'm a bit judgmental about myself. But here's the thing. If anyone's remotely successful as a content creator, it's because they don't have... I don't know. How do I describe this? How do I describe this? This is quite challenging to describe. If someone's remotely successful as a content creator, it's not because they're full of fresh ideas and opinions and stuff. It's because they're articulating opinions that people already have, but otherwise aren't being articulated, right? So, like, anyone with something genuinely new and wild and weird and a kooky, interesting opinion, anyone who's genuinely got a weird mind or, you know, has some interesting proposal, those people don't find success because they don't have mass market appeal. They don't have mainstream appeal. People with mainstream appeal, even the ones you think who are like, oh, these people always have interesting insights. They're always different. They're not really different. They're just saying things other people haven't thought to say, but we all nonetheless agree with, right? It's all just a game of being like, in a weird way, and this is not the right word for it, but it's all a game of being like, as standard as possible, as boring as possible. Like, the biggest people are always the ones who play the most cookie-cutter mainstream games that everyone's played and everyone knows about. Like, so, anyway, I'm sure we're not all that interested. But, yeah. We're mostly getting the crits we want here, even though we're running Foot in the Grave. Maybe 1 in every 4 or 5 attacks isn't critting, which is a pretty big loss. But I like running a different trait every now and then. So is the giveaway going to end here? Also, this bounty has such effort put into it because it's not just the same branded ogre model. It's made specifically for this bounty. What, this one here? Champion Shard Crest. I just realized I haven't even paid attention to this one. I'm in proper autopilot mode. Creates a curative cloud, drops fire fields. Okay. Expert Bounty Hunter. 1 out of 1 areas completed. Crystal Oasis Champion Bounties done. So, this is like the map completion one. Complete the achievement, Crystal Oasis Champion Bounties. Nice. And then we can complete the achievement, Desert Highlands Champion Bounties. And then Ellen, Desolation, and Domain of Abbey. That is very nice. We just did them all, guys. Woo! It's every single bounty. Nice, guys. That felt pretty rewarding. It's a shame that that will only feel rewarding once to do a full train. There should be a big reward to do the full train like once a week or something. I don't know. That would be interesting. But cool. All right. Do we want to... So how long's the stream been going on? Let me see. How long did that take to do a full map? Man, 1 hour and 40 minutes. Well, we can at least... what was the other thing I wanted to do? I wanted to play as a Junundu today. Screw it. Let's do the next map. Let's do the Highlands. Let's do some bounties over there. Near me is an ogre camp. When will the full-on review for POF come? I don't know. I don't even know whether that'll be anytime soon. So don't assume that it will. Don't... Like, you ask me that question as if you already know that it's coming. I don't actually know how I'm going to handle it. There might not be a full-on review. There might just be 3 separate videos about each act, partitioned out, like, living world analysis style. I don't know. And then maybe, like, in 2 years, right at the end of POF's life cycle, I'll go back and review in 1 video. A bit like Heart of Thorns. Or maybe by that time in 2 years, I won't like the idea of doing long-form reviews like that anymore. I don't know where I'll be in 2 years. I don't know how it will feel. So there's no promises on 1 big dedicated video like you're talking about there. I've really got no idea. I just went the complete wrong way, and now I'm in combat, and there's nothing much I can really do. It's fine. We're going the scenic route, guys. And it is a scenic route. It is very pretty. Bounty should get a dungeon frequenter-like reward with different bounties you need every week/day. Dude! Someone hire this man. That's excellent. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Definitely. Definitely. In fact, a lot of that of this game could benefit from stuff like that. I also wonder about the daily system. Like, how would you guys feel? I think that... Do you guys think the game would be a lot healthier if they bumped the daily reward to, like, 5 gold a day, but they deleted Lumberer, they deleted Mystic Forger, they deleted, like, the PvP World versus World crossover, like, so that, you know, they had different rewards for different things. And the only way to get that 5 gold reward was to do stuff like daily bounty hunter and daily event complete in X expansion / X map. And, like, you know, they much and daily jumping puzzle. They kept those kinds of ones, right? So dailies are actually a lot harder to get now, but they're more rewarding at the end. But now you've driven player populations much better into specific areas of the game each day. What do you guys think about that? And a lot of you are going to say, no, I don't want my daily to be harder. I want my 10 AP, and I want to get it in 5 seconds. Don't take my toy away. A lot of you are going to think that, but seriously think for a second about the health of the game. I actually think that would be quite cool. And one of my favorite experiences is doing, like, the daily JP and seeing everyone's Zerg there. With an added incentive on it, I think that would be pretty good. Rip Mystic Coin. I mean, they can put Mystic Coins as the price, as the reward. You don't necessarily have to... Just because you delete the Mystic Forge, it doesn't mean you have to get rid of the Mystic Forge thing. Potent Potato says people just wouldn't do dailies. I disagree. There's a certain gold value you can put on it that would lead to the same balance of people doing dailies after the change as there currently are. You just have to find the sweet spot of where the economy is to ask people to do that. All the dailies are is a system to get players to experience certain things. But, like, especially Lumberer and stuff, I think this is useless. Because people just do it in their home instance now. So it's not like this has encouraged people en masse in any particularly potent way to charge around all the Ascalon areas and cut down lots of trees. And so now those maps feel more populated and stuff. It's not done it in a particularly good way because most vets will be doing it in home instances and stuff. And it's nice to get it in the home instance. But, you know, I think as a system for driving people around areas of the game, it could be stronger and it could use some shakeups. I give up. I hope you notice this nice lore hints on your next playthrough of the bounties in the Crystal Oasis. Okay, I will try. I will try to notice. I stopped doing dailies when they stopped giving 10 AP. I sometimes do them if they're extremely fast or on World vs. World days. Yeah, I've got to be honest as well, dude. When I get my daily maxed out, I know for a fact I will not be doing much. I know very much. I'm in the same camp as you there. I only do it for the 10 AP. I don't do it for the 2 gold. 2 gold's not enough to incentivize me to do it. A lot of people do it for the 2 gold. Some people even, like, new accounts do it for spirit shards. And I learned that and experienced that quite recently when I did 0 to Hero. And I really learned about the spirit shards lack that new accounts get. And dailies are pretty good with the spirit shards, actually, I would say, too. So there is good stuff in there. The gold reward, I think, would need to be buffed, especially if they're going to change it so that you can't cheesily finish them instantly. You know, it's stuff like this I really think is really important. How would you feel as well about, like, doing all your PvP dailies gives you a specific PvP big reward. The World vs. World ones gives you the specific World vs. World one. And then even for PvE, what if there's a separate set of dailies for POF and Heart of Thorns and stuff? What if, when I mouse over this, you see it says daily. What if there's a core amount you can get for core daily, which is like 15,000 or whatever? And then what if under that there's Heart of Thorns daily, and in total you can get like 2,000 from that? And then there's Path of Fire daily cap, and there's 5,000 from that, or 2,000 for, you know. And the next expansion there's that, and the next expansion there. What if they did that too? I think that would be interesting also. I'd like that. I don't know what true achievement hunters would feel. But then that would mean I'd log in each day and I'd be like, all right, yeah, I'm going to go do some Path of Fire bounties. I'm going to do some Path of Fire dynamic events. I'm going to do some Path of Fire gathering. I'm going to do, or whatever. I'm going to do my designated Path of Fire race. And every time I go to do one of them, there's tons of players around because they're all doing it too. And then once I'm done with that, I'm like, okay, I've got some extra playthrough, some extra playtime. Why don't I go get my 10 AP from Heart of Thorns now? Okay, so in Heart of Thorns, it wants me to... I don't think it should ever say do a full Garen or do a full Dragon stand for daily. That would be awful. But it might be like, you know, just similar stuff, but out there in Heart of Thorns. What do we think about that? And you get 5 gold for each one and a separate cap of AP for each one. I'm not saying this is a good idea. I'm genuinely saying it. Do people foresee issues? Because I'm scared to suggest something like that, because I think there would be issues. I just don't know exactly what they'd be. I would prefer if ArenaNet would bring back monthlies. Yeah, I think monthlies have a place in this game too. I do. What would you propose as a monthly? Let me ask Twitch chat first. What's a good monthly in Guild Wars 2 of today? It's an awesome idea in my opinion. Jerry says, but that's like 20 gold from dailies a day. Yeah, there is like the idea of inflation and stuff. But I mean, I was shocked when they added the 2 gold a day and they said that's not going to affect inflation. And it didn't, really. You can see on Guild Wars 2 TP, when that patch came in, there was no discernible difference, really. People shit on their economic decisions all the time and act like they know more. I was talking yesterday about how, like, frustrated I've been with opinions I disagree with. An economy thread was another one I was reading, where people were like, because there was this deposit materials thing. People are so arrogant. They are so arrogant. And there was this poor guy saying, you guys don't actually have the numbers. Are you psychic? How can you declare to be, you know, smarter than the devs on the economy? And got completely downvoted to hell. Christ, the arrogance when it comes to matters of economy from the community is obscene. It is no surprise to me to hear that John Smith stopped working at the company. I don't know what, you know, it's a bit weird to go into stuff like that. It could have just been, oh, I want a different job or whatever. That's a human being. But still, fuck me. That was a frustrating thread to read. But yeah, and one example for me that maybe they do know what they're talking about with the economy is they did say when they did the dailies it wouldn't shift things, and it didn't. So I don't know what they could actually put on dailies. I'm sure that there's space to improve it though. That's kind of the idea, right? The idea is out there. Implementation is the tricky part, obviously. Now the Mystic coin price is below 90 silver. John was right all along. All my downvotes feel justified right now. Yep, I mean, it's like when you've got the data and you can see how much is actually coming in and going out of the Mystic coin economy, and how it only has power because people believe it has power, and it's just hordes sat on accounts that will never sell it, and all this stuff. And the community just needs to tough it out. You know, I am not such a dimwit to believe I know better than people who have the full information and have actual degrees and you know, genuine understanding of how things work. And I don't know how it became such commonplace and such standard practice on Reddit to comfortably act like the be-all end-all know-it-all when it comes to matters of economy specifically. It's really bad. You guys, I don't like generalizing Reddit because it's lots of different people, but there is a definite thing over there. And on the official forums too. Hell, it's everywhere, actually. I'm sorry, Reddit. It's not just you, Reddit. It's just the Guild Wars 2 community. You see it in game all the time as well. It's like okay to act like a know-it-all. It's ridiculous. On whose authority do you talk about these things? But the appeal to authority fallacy. What's the appeal to authority fallacy? Teach me about that. What is that? The appeal to authority fallacy. Thanks, guys. It was very fun. Thanks, WP. No worries. I'm glad you came along. We've got a couple of slots left in the squad. We've got 42 out of 50. If you guys want to keep coming, we do have some spaces. As long as people have opinions, this problem will always exist. What, the appeal to authority fallacy? Oh, somebody just subbed. Thank you so much, Duo8. Thanks so much, dude. Oh, apparently I missed something for a griffin. I missed a facet. It says I got all of them, though. What? Okay. Well, so he was cool. Was there any lore on that one? I'm focusing on Twitch discussion and stuff too much, so I think I'm gonna... Whatever is I'm supposed to be looking at, I think I'm gonna miss. I'm not in your squad, but the map is full and I can't join. Oh, it's full, is it? Yeah, I just noticed I've got some Skype messages. Apparently we're map capped. Alright, let's go Diviner's Reach down here. You did all of the champion bounties, but there was a legendary one left that I missed. Oh. Which camp does he spawn at?
Wait, we can go back to that bounty board if you guys want after this. Well, if someone whispers me in game and tells me that it's spawned, I will go do that. So now we got Dale Sky Speaker. We'll go in this way. Can I show my build traits? Thanks. Yeah, sure. It's this. This is what I'm running here. This is a build that I'm running for fun here. It won't necessarily be the best build for you to run. But yeah. How's my karma doing? Oh, 337. Wow, we're getting a lot of karma from this, I think. Unless most of that is because of my fractals yesterday. I don't know. As a monthly, I would like to add kill X amount of X creature. Like kill 200 dinosaurs in Maguma. Finish X bounties in Crystal Desert. Do X races in Crystal Desert. Do X adventures. But why are those monthlies, not weeklies or dailies? That's the thing. A monthly should be something that is specifically like a long-term progression thing. So I think they should be very broad objectives, like monthly events. In this month, complete 100 dynamic events kind of thing, stuff like that. And some people will look at that and cringe and say, oh no, that's grind. But when it comes to monthlies, monthlies aren't the sort of thing you grind on. They're the sort of thing that you should get naturally as you play and accomplish other objectives. If your sole purpose for playing Guild Wars 2 at that time is to get monthly credit, then the monthly is poorly designed. Monthly should just be like an added incentive, like to log in and sort of feel rewarded for what you're doing. So like, here's a good example. In general, in Hero, there's emergency response hero here. Do 5,000 events. Now I got this years ago, but I remember very clearly every dynamic event I did, I had a lot of fun doing because I was making progress on this. No matter how slowly, I was making progress on this. I think monthlies, if they're not going to add more tiers to this, which I think they should have like a tier 6 is 10,000, tier 7 is 50,000. They should do that. I don't care. Like, who cares really that much? That would be fun. But if they're not going to add more tiers, I think monthlies can fill that in, right? And Path of Fire added a new equivalent to that, by the way. Just remember, guys, if we're going to kill this guy in any kind of speed, you have to focus on the mechanic. You have to range. Oh, I was going to put blood magic on, wasn't I? So yeah. This dude is super annoying if you don't specifically have knockbacks. Did anyone answer what that fallacy was in the end? Scrolling up. It's what people said when you said John Smith has all the numbers. He knows how many MCs are in the economy and how much are dead in storage somewhere. Appeal to authority is when you say something is correct because an authority agrees with you. But it's not a fallacy in and of itself. It can be used maliciously, though. So you're saying that's a fallacy when you trust in the word of an authority with no further evidence that they do know what they're talking about, aside from the fact you presume they know what they're talking about because they're an authority. Is that what you're saying? You're basically saying the argument I give, that they have the numbers, so just shut up and listen to them. Don't question them. They have the numbers. That's a fallacy to do that. We should be free to question someone. We shouldn't blindly listen to someone just because they're an authority, and we are free to. And I agree with that. I think that that's actually very smart, and I think that's a measured thing to do, and anyone reasonable should have that. But I think that hiding behind that fallacy, that you can only do it to a certain extent. There's healthy discussion and questioning. And then there's blatant arrogance and know-it-allism and taking things too far and using that as a shield. And I think that what we see in the Guild Wars community is the latter of those camps, right? I think people use that as a shield to justify going way off the deep end in their own arrogance and their own snobbiness and their own self-serving justification as to their opinion. Just because we shouldn't 100% trust the devs' opinions doesn't mean we should 100% trust our own. I will always take the opinion of someone who has more information than me than someone who doesn't, right? It's kind of like that. Oh, we're done with what experts say. The economy's bad. The experts clearly don't know what's going on. I must know better. It's like, no, you don't have the answers just because you think they don't. Anyway. Oh, no, not really. The fallacy is the numbers. It's pretty much the end-all and be-all in this. All right, I think the discussion's a little bit lost in Twitch chat, but yeah, okay. Anyway, it's fun stuff to talk about. I tried to tag you this, and the bot smacked me. Oh, someone linked me a website called yourlogicalfallacies.com. Ooh, that sounds quite fun. In a horrendously nerdy, boring, grey kind of way. Let's go on the internet and read about fallacies, shall we? This is why I'll never be big. I should be joking about poo, and I should be burping on the camera, and I should be screaming obscenities, and I should be dancing. I should have a face cam, and I should, like, whenever I get a sub, I should get on the desk and dance, and I should, you know, I should do all this stuff. Instead, here I am on a Monday night talking about logical fallacies. Aren't you guys proud? What are you doing with your lives watching this crap?
Let's talk about fallacies, everybody.
It's really informative. Show boobs, push up bra. That's not allowed on Twitch anymore, I'll have you know. Okay, so we got a double event here. We can offer to help Young. Screw you, Young. I'm not interested. Championed Awakened Occultist is up. I still didn't get much lore there. I should be reading more, I think. Oh, thanks for the sub. Somebody's enjoying the fallacy discussion. Oh, yeah. The worst thing is as well, like, I'm not actually, you know, I'm not like, particularly educated, so I talk about all this shit without knowing much about it, and that's actually the bad thing about it. All right, here we go. So, Occultist. So, like, the odds of me just looking like a dimwit are so high. I'm not the person that should host intellectual streams. I'm the person that should, you know, do prank videos and stuff. I'm not, you know, suited for this. You would have more subs if it was fallacy discussion? Perhaps. Ha! Oh, we had a duck. Thank you. A duck from someone called Question. Dude, that's a cool name. What does he say? How did you feel about Vlast? Do you think we might see him again? I did see your question a couple of times. I was sort of avoiding it because I don't want to get too spoilery, and I don't think I can give you a very good answer without being too spoilery. No, though. I don't think we'll see him again. I don't think we need to see him again. I think that this was about as good as I could have hoped for, actually, from the Blast thing. Maybe you guys would have wanted more, but... Oh, so we got a legendary up. Someone's popped the legendary. Wow, the Forged Tormentor. This guy looks awesome. I have never seen a creature in Guild Wars 2 that looks so good when scaled up. Seriously. Look at how good he looks. What? Man, those Devourers look fucking BA. Holy damn. Let's break his bar. I really like that. Let's make that a mount. Here we go. Siege Devourer up, baby. You seem more like an intellectual than professors in law school. What qualifies someone as an intellectual, though? Rambling about nonsense that is, like... I don't know. I wouldn't even know how to define it. Or actually knowing about it, right? It's a pretty big difference, I'd say. That lost spider mount? No. Oh, what? He'd be a skin for a spider? I'll tell you what these guys should have. These guys should have that look away mechanic that is present in Fractals. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh, he's getting big evades. Need to get out. Slowly, people are getting better at this. Slowly. There's still like 5 or 6 people in the middle that don't know what the hell they're doing and they're trying to melee. Oh, he does have the look away mechanic. I did see that eyeball. Spot. Oh, no, not spot. Lay energy build up. Do I... how punishing is it, though? Oh, event failed. Oh, I guess someone procced it early. Because we weren't actually doing that bounty. I guess someone procced it early and we never had time. All right, well, we'll do that one later. That's fine. Do you like the idea of a Colossus mount that travels through the mists? What? Riding around on the cliffside fractal anomaly? Dude, that's more than a mount. We're talking about multiplayer mounts. That's like a 20-man mount. He can hold like 5 of us in each hand. Then there can be 5 on each of his shoulders. Maybe a commander on his head. 21-man mount. People on the hand, it's their job to sort of like use attacks. The people on the shoulders It's their ability to give buffs. I don't know what. And the guy on the head gets statue control movement. That's going to be the Cliffside revamp, guys. Do you guys think that a future Fractal might add a mounted section in it? But what I mean by a mounted section, okay, is not that we'll ride around, we'll press X and mount on a you know, like we do with these. But a mounted section as in you press F on a thing in that Fractal. You know how when you do the hearts to get the mounts, you can press F to borrow creatures, yeah? You can borrow the Griffin without formally unlocking it. So mounts would still be disabled in this new Fractal, as they are everywhere in Fractals, but they'll add a new Fractal that at the start you can borrow a mount. And it's not a Raptor or a Springer or a Jackal or a Skimmer or a Griffin. It's like a totally new creature. For that Fractal and that Fractal alone, we get to play as, you know, whatever that mount is, right? By pressing F and borrowing it. You know, and there's space for them to update some of the other ones. Dolphin, they could change Dolphin to, instead of us turning into a Dolphin, we press F on a Dolphin and we mount one and ride it along. What do you guys think? That'd be pretty fun for Fractals, wouldn't it? You could clamber around on like a Hydra, yeah, I guess. It's like the technology's there now, and they could build the Fractal around like moving fast and stuff. Look at these new horizons now open, guys. So that guy, I never even really paid attention to anything, really. But there you have it. We do have another boss. It's the hero challenge up there, but I'm not too interested in doing it. How long have we been going? This has actually been really fun. This has probably been my favorite stream. Just, it's been really chill and easy on my end. I mean, the gameplay itself might not be that interesting, but I think it's a nice little balance, actually. This allows me to play the game and get meaningful stuff done and actually look at chat a lot, which is very rare for my streams. Very rare. So, B-Boy, I don't know whether you were planning to, but I just want to be clear. Let's not do another giveaway because I'll be closing up soon. We went to the wrong bounty, did we? Did you see the video where someone put Casimir model on a Raptor mount? Yeah, I did see the video. I wasn't interested in it because it made me laugh, though. I was interested because I'm a boring mother twat. I was interested in it because I want to know how they did that. And I want to know whether, like, they could release those tools to the community and we could have, like, a modding scene and stuff. I think that would be really interesting. I really want to finish this heart. We're so close to finishing this heart. Look at this. So who we got next? This is the champion Wayfarer. There's a lot of bounties here. Is there just a ton on this map? Or is this the only board? No, there's a huge amount. Okay, the Wayfarer is back out where we came from again. Let's go. Guild Wars 2 Creation Club. Well, they don't have to be paid. But like, Guild Wars 1 had like texture packs and stuff. I don't see why Guild Wars 2 shouldn't. Yeah, I'm just staying to kill these Abogoka's heart. I want some karma, some karma-y goodness. So what I'll probably do, guys, is this will be the last bounty I do, since we're about 2 hours in now. And then I'm going to quickly do something that you're all going to be entirely uninterested in. I'm going to go to the patch that came out 2 months ago, Siren's Landing, which is now old content and boring, and it's 2 months old now, and it's awful, and nobody wants to watch it. But I'm going to go chill out at Siren's Landing just to buy my last backpack and get the Abaddon backpack too, because I now have the Karma. I wanted that before POF came out, and I'm really excited to get it. So it should be good. We're getting a lot of XP here as well. I should have ran a birthday booster. Old content re. You've never seen Siren's Landing? Well, there you go. So it'll be new. World bosses, all Heart of Thorns meta, bounty boards on all maps, like certain amount of legendary killed. See, I think bounty boards would work I mentioned this on a previous stream. I think bounty boards would work really well as a system in HOT too. You know, if they do an update where they expand on the systems, if they just take a little bit of time to do an expansion 2.0, or just a Guild Wars 2.0, if they do that, I would truly adore seeing some bounties go into Heart of Thorns as well. that'd be really nice. On the previous stream, I talked about like the Dragon Hunter connection or whatever, but you know, it would just be cool. Didn't you talk about this when you mentioned on one of your videos my pre-Path of Fire plans? Yes, I did, yeah, and I never succeeded in the end, yeah. So, it's now a week later. Hey, it's only 1 week. Come on, there's been a whole expansion to play, and I've still only just scratched the surface. So, you know. You can forgive me. I did want to get it done, but if you remember right before the expansion came out, I really hustled to get some videos going. I did a video summarizing everything about POF right before it came out. Did a couple of others. I did like 3 videos on release day. So we're getting misses here. Trying to build more Shroud. Ow. These reses are just obscene. It's like I don't actually see how any of these bosses can ever survive because the reses are just like so powerful now in open world. Going with a 2 spam, baby. We got no Shroud anyway, so let's do it. Oh, what? How did I miss? What? That's some baloney. Some grade A Bologna. We're doing all right on this one as well, actually. Yay, and there you go. That's most of the first board done, I think. I think that's most of the first board. Is that everything on the first board, or did we have one more? I'm going to waypoint back on this one. What's my favorite race for Necro? I actually kind of think Char Necros are pretty fucking badass. Yeah, I think we've done them all, haven't we? And there's Grin Teeth we didn't do. Did we not do Grin Teeth? Let's have a quick look. No, Grin Teeth we did. The Occultist we did. Dale Sky Speaker we did. Shag Sea's Claw we did. Yeah, we've done them all. We failed on this, though, Ignis. Thanks so much for the sub there, Felahar. Oh, your streak got broken. Dude, that sucks. But okay, cool. We're just missing the Legendary, yeah, which, and we're missing a Legendary back on the previous map. So which outpost was the Legendary from the previous map? I guess it must be the Zephyrite, right? Because the first one had the Choya, the second one had the Worm. So this one must have the final one, right? So I'm going to go see if it's up. If it's up, we'll do this before Siren's Landing. If it's not up, we're going to go straight to Siren's Landing. And we're gonna commune with the gods. Felar says, I let my Amazon Prime lapse. That's why. Oh, that sucks, dude. Anyway, I appreciate that you came back. I feel like if I was subbed to someone many months in a row or whatever, and I had a bit of a streak going, even a small streak, I'd feel really unencouraged. Unencouraged, is that even a word? I'd feel pretty shit about restarting. So the Legendary I missed in the Crystal Desert is up. It's up on my map, says Diok. How am I supposed to find you, though, Diok, in this squad? Oh, here, I can just right-click him. Nice. Was that always a thing? Could you right-click from the chat box? Okay, join on my thing. Here we go. Yeah, Legendary Corrupted Facet. Here. Let's do it. I'm really sorry to everyone who couldn't get in the map today. Join Wars 2 is shit. And I am really sorry about that. Alright, I'm just going to grab it. I know that a lot of us are still loading through. But I'm going to grab it anyway. So he's north. He's at the branded pyramid. You know what? I almost wonder if it would be faster to go from here. Let's travel there from the Temple of Cormyr. I at least know the route from the Temple of Cormyr a bit better, so I'm going to do it this way. We're going to go from the Temple of the Cormyr, okay? The Queen Worm's up as well at the moment. We've got double legendaries going on. So I'm moving over. Our food dropped and stuff as well, so I'll pop this right here at the end. And look, our inventory's pretty full right now, I've got to say. Oh, come on. The Ice Blaze. Hello, Ice Blaze. It's nice to see you. Thank you very much. It is like how AB works. You move the squads to help move everyone to the right map. Yeah, right. That's a good idea, yeah. Oh, Deok's down there now, I see. Do we need the Springer for this? That's funny. This genuinely has been faster, hasn't it? I haven't run on the Raptor once, or the Skimmer once today. Here we go. Legendary Corrupted Facet. Oh, nice! He's one of these! Frightener. Surrounds itself with Fear, Survivor, Blocks, and Scorcher. Fire fields. Oh, I should have used my Raptor engaged. My bad. MB. There's a Whale of Doom. I could have swapped to Greatsword, actually, and used the 5. We got quite a lot going on there, though. Alright, let's take him out. And remember, the fire fields, don't stand on the fire fields, because they're going to hurt. And there were presumably quite a few of them in melee. Do you think an open world flak mechanic could ever work? I guess an open world, a flak mechanic. Well, I don't know. How would that work? That would be... Yeah, it would just probably be horrible feeling, wouldn't it? It requires too much coordination. You can't ask coordination of people, really. In terms of, like, quality of large Zerg-based events, how do you guys think of this? Do you think this is more fun than regular champ trains? Do you think it can compete with Gerrants and stuff? Like, Gerrants have a lot of downsides, too. There's no, like, waiting around on this, really. Actually, yeah, I've noticed that. People were saying that this was really social because you'd wait around at bounty boards. I haven't experienced that today. Do you guys experience that much? No, that's a bit of a shame. This guy's been a good kill. I don't know whether it's because we've been playing really well on this one. I've been listening to your playlist non-stop to get caught up on lore and getting raid ready. I appreciate your work. Oh, thanks very much. Which playlist have you been looking at, man? I'm quite curious about that. Have you been looking at, like, the Heart of Thorns playlist, or the Path of Fire playlist, or some of the older ones, the Jumping Puzzle playlist, the Guild Wars 1 playthrough playlists? I never really get much feedback about people who watch through playlists. So. Hey, WP, so I'm really in need of things to do that are fun in Path of Fire. Any help? Wow, that makes me sad to see people saying that. Open Skies. Okay, so that's the Sunspear Sanctuary. Crystal Oasis, we've now got all of these. 9 relics. Okay, that's good. Nice, nice, nice. So that helps me with my Griffin. I guess I will dip over here just to get the POI. Alright. So yeah, let's look at all this gear here we got. So, why can't I double click this for Karma or whatever? They did so good in POF, getting rid of all that stuff. Oh, rip. Okay, salvage. Let's see how much we got here today, shall we? Oh, it's a lot of gear. We got a lot of unidentified gear there. That was nice. And we got all these bags and boxes and things as well. I really quite like that. I think that was pretty good. Buried treasures. Oh, Exaltation of the Guardians. Join the Explorers. Use casino coins. So join the Explorers in their grand search for superior buried treasure. What did I just get there? Oh, that must have been from yesterday then, when we did the meta on stream yesterday and I didn't open the thing. That's nice. So that's a collection that asks us to do each of the metas, right? But again, it's only once. It's only it's a fire and forget thing. I think I've almost got the Elonian set done too. Here, this Great Blade. Genuinely, I think that might finish the collection. Oh no, I've got 2 more. Sorry, I lied. I've got a runestone I need to find, and I've got a wall shield to find. So the focus and the shield. Maybe I've got them. No. Oh yeah, I do have the runestone. So I just need the shield now. Tip of the spear. I just need to find the shield. I know I can buy them. I don't want to do that though, guys. I'm in no rush. Again, that's the whole point. I'm in no rush. Yeah, okay. So quickly, Siren's Landing. You guys are welcome to come with me here. I don't know which god I need. It's pretty simple. It's just going to be a brief matter. If there's anything you really want me to talk about, if you really want to get my attention on this stream, please send your questions now, and I'll try to get to them quite quickly. I'll give people brief answers so I can get through as many as possible. Have you used your mount when in the Silver Waste during timeout Pac-Man? No, I haven't. I haven't played the Silver Waste. I understand, though, that without a mount, you're not going to be able to keep up with people anymore, and that's a bit of a shame. We can turn this off now. Hopefully that was interesting to look at the DPS meter throughout the stream. I know I didn't talk about it much, but... collections, rare collections, relic collector, relic of Balthazar. Oh, I left Balthazar for last. I think I remember doing that now. All right, here we go. Can you stream the Desolation meta event next week on stream? I haven't seen anyone even attempt it. I'll probably do more bounties next week, actually, on those streams. I actually think... I don't know. It depends what my account progression is like by Friday. But it could be fun. So, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully the Zerg, if they're coming, kills that so that I can use my 4 in peace. What about a full hall upgrade? Oh yeah, we could go do some more upgrades at the guild hall. I never did a proper exploration of it. Apparently people have been dropping decorations and stuff there. I'll tell you what, we'll hold with the hall stuff and the mine stuff just yet. So just to show off the progression, the first stream this weekend, we captured the hall. So we now have 500 Ethereum, so our banks are full. So we're waiting to spend that Ethereum so that the mine can start getting more, like our supply carts are full. So we'll spend more of that next weekend because I'm about to have a meeting with the GMs and talk about a lot of stuff to do with Spud. So next stream we'll look at that and I'll give you guys a better tour and stuff at that point. Does that sound good? But yeah, I think lots of bounties. There's lots to do. There's lots to talk about. Maybe I'll do the meta event in my own time and produce a YouTube video about it. At the end of the day, the streams are secondary to YouTube to me. They should be anyway. Talk to the Abaddon priest in the middle of the map once you get the new backpack. Oh, okay. I'm really disappointed ArenaNet decided to make so many commune masteries. They did so well with the cooking one in Amnoon. Yeah, I agree. That's been a disappointment of mine also. Yeah, I fully agree. Bit of a shame. New raid mechanics: fight a wyvern, tame it, mount it to fight a raid boss. While one player is on the wyvern, the team has to break the break bar to keep the wyvern tamed. That's a cool idea. Maybe a little bit too complicated, but I reckon that they can integrate that stuff in for sure. All right, so there we go. We got it. 341,000 karma. I should have my 200 pearls. The pearls were not the hard thing in the end. It's a shame I only got this at the end because I really wanted 0 karma going into the expansion. But it turned out they give you so much karma anyway, even buying all the stuff I wanted. It wasn't really a big thing. Look, this dialogue is still bugged. This is why they need to go back and fix some of this shit. The dialogue is still bugged. Relic of Balthazar. Oh yeah, 15 AP. Relic collector complete. And we get the Relic of Abaddon. Oh yeah. I'm well happy with that. I don't really like the look of the backpacks too much, but they'll be nice for alternate gear sets and stuff. That's great. So there's dialogue once you get it. Really, this unlocks extra dialogue. Oh, apparently someone's at the door. 1 second. All right, hello. I'm back. Hello. All right, that's crazy. Who goes door to door selling stuff at this time in the darkness? All right. Anyway, hello everybody. Let's go to the Abaddon place. All right, here we go. It's totally thrown me off there. WP is dead. Imposter WP. Oh yeah, I've been replaced, guys. Oh. Team Potato Bodyguard go. Kill him while he's gone. SWAT. He's dead. I'm actually pretty fine with the commune masteries, mostly because the ones I've done so far I've needed either mount mastery, progression, or mount swap in general movement practice. Then again, I'm not the best. Yeah, I think that they've relied on that a lot. Like, just because the commune is simple, it doesn't mean getting to it was simple. Like, that's the point, right? It's about getting to it. And sometimes they did it well. Like, a great example is the first raptor one, right? Where you have to jump to the roof with your raptor to get it. And I understand that, but I still think that they could have shaken it up a bit more. They could have varied it a little bit better. All right, can we help you with anything? I have some questions. As promised, I answer any questions you have about Abaddon and his priesthood. First of all, how can there be priests? He's dead. His principles are not. We believe he was wrongly persecuted, a martyr. He wanted to help humanity. They ganged up on him. Who can blame him resenting us? We abandoned him. If he were here now, what? We'd show him humanity hasn't forsaken him. We are the new priesthood of Abaddon, and we will never forget how he was humiliated. May I ask another question? Do you know why there are so many statues of Abaddon here? We believe this was where he made his last stand before they captured him, and he put protective spells on them all. He did not want to be forgotten. He has not been. He has not been. What are the principles of Abaddon? Our credo is act with magic, act within reason, and act without mercy. We're the new keepers of secrets, and by that we mean we will keep Abaddon's memory alive. He was misunderstood. Misunderstood? He was humanity's greatest advocate. We believe he knew humanity could defend the original Bloodstone, if only supported by the gods. Instead, they bowed to Doric's cowardice and then abandoned us. Don't you think you don't think Abaddon would have abandoned us too? He would have made us the supreme race interior. Now look at us. He would not have left us by choice. He sought revenge on the other gods and on their humans, but he did not forget or forsake us. What about all the bad things he did? Act with magic, act within reason, and act without mercy. He saw a flawed society who still worshipped the gods that had abandoned it. He taught them a lesson. That lesson got him killed. Yes, he sacrificed himself to reveal the truth about the gods and humanity's cowardice. Praise Abaddon. Your version of history is intriguing, but I'm not sure I buy it. Goodbye. Yeah, so, I love this NPC. But this isn't new. This is I've read all of this before. This has got nothing to do with getting the backpack. Like I said, I would have been mind blown if having the backpack changed the dialogue. But it doesn't. So there is nothing, right? Speak to the lady NPC maybe by the chest things? The 6 are bullies. Do you think we'll ever see an ancient Doom statue appear one day in a map or story? I hope so. I mean, clearly they wanted to put one in the Desolation, right? Borderline sounds like this guy is against the Kryta Black Citadel Peace Treaty. Yeah, a little bit. Junundu says you need to equip it. Do you? I don't believe this. I guess it doesn't matter because it's account bound. Do we actually have to equip the backpack? Is that actually law? Only when you have... I'm pretty incredulous of this. I have some questions. There's nothing here, guys. There's nothing here. What are we talking about? That was such a troll. Debated. Ah, I've been trolled at the end. Great. Thanks, guys. You've just lengthened the stream for no goddamn reason. I hope you're all proud. I hope you're all happy. And, frankly, I think you should be ashamed. More ashamed than I am as how I just pissed my last 24 hours on planet Earth away. So, there you go. That's the stream. Now, people who are new here, what I do at the end of the stream to try and help the scene grow a little bit more is I find someone who's streaming elsewhere and give them a big host. So, let's see. Doc is live today, and he's playing Guild Wars 2 today. Maybe I can host him then today. Let's see if he's actually going for it. Let's see. Is he live, and is he actually playing? So I'm going to host kind of a variety MMO streamer, I think, and who's very entertaining. He's like a proper streamer, all right? And he's been playing the expansion, so I would like to give him some. Hold on, I'm just watching the Twitch advert. It's really frustrating when you're trying to host someone and you have to watch the advert first because you miss their reaction to the host, and it's like annoying to check if they're actually doing the right thing because these ads are just so long. Come on! Finish! Yes, he is playing. He is live. Alright, we're going to host Doc. So you guys have fun with that. Keep an eye out on the Mount channel. If I'm not a complete moron, I should have a video up for you. If I don't get lost trying to defend my blog from a galactic threat speeding at light speeds from outside the galaxy towards me. Very scary. There's also a hive mind empire that's threatening me right now, which kind of sucks. So cheers, everybody. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you very, very, very shortly. It's been amazing, all the support and very fun streams. I hope you guys like the bounties, and more of the good stuff coming up very soon. Cheers, guys.